I was sitting here thinking about, uh, I was sitting here thinking about, people talking about like you can't do nothing in this situation. If somebody sacrifice you, when you get in tune, you can't do nothing. When I put these videos out, I don't think y'all can see me. It's some box stuff, I think, whatever. But you can't do nothing. When you get in tune, you can't do nothing. You have to, your internet is swapped, your network is swapped out. You text somebody, it's got to be in a straight message. Like if somebody doing a lecture or something and you text them, that's it. You can't do nothing else. You can't sign in, you can't sign out, you can't do none of that. I tried it. Somehow my flame information is all in my stuff. If it ain't my flame information, it's somebody else random information. Now my flame information probably isn't in there anymore. When my flame information was in there, it was when we were dealing with each other like for them 2 weeks because she kept playing on my stuff. But it might not be in there no more. So, but it's other people. It's like, I think I counted it up. It's like 13 or 14. It's like a lot of different people information in our network. We done swap network, we done swap boxes, all that. They still there. I asked somebody about it, and they were like, if it's that bad, the government doing something, somebody looking into it or something, ain't nothing you can do about it. And some people call it devil technology or something like that. I just wrote it off with the devil deal. So whoever sold their soul, it's a stay here curse. It's like a stay here, something like that. And it's like a sacrifice. Somebody sacrificed themselves to make me stay stuck while they bullshit in life, basically. I know it sounds crazy, y'all. And it is. But this particular person that probably did it would have did it. That's why I don't get too close. I'm telling y'all, bro, I ain't never had women problem. Women get clingy and get kind of, it's something, I don't know. They get different when I get with them. You know, when I have sexual encounters with somebody, something ain't right about them. Something ain't right about them. So I stay to myself. I always say on my lecture though, it's true. So what happened is your network, and these network, my phone been off for about 2 years. I ain't had no phone. I can't make no call. My phone been off for about 2 years or a year. The last time I got that message from my twin was the last time my phone got cut off. I ain't got no, I can do messages, I can do certain things on it because, you know, the internet. That's it though. And if I want to put another app and all that on there, I can't do it because it's in somebody else's name. And they won't let me do emails or nothing. They lock my stuff down. And it's probably because all the stuff I be talking about, which I don't care nothing about that neither though. I ain't got nothing else to do. I ain't got nobody, so it don't matter. I ain't never had nobody, so it don't matter. I was just trying to help my people out. Hey, listen to this. This is what's the problem. And then, what else? Trying to think of what else in this way. And that's right. And that's why you got the rub. That might be why you got this test. I ain't saying it's valid, but it's to let somebody else live in your shadow because somebody know you've been unalive. If somebody unalived you, if somebody sacrificed you, they sacrificed you for 5 or 10 years. It ain't no going back. And then, like, let's say one of my exes is going crazy because they can't stop all this stuff that's going on. Well, that's why, because it's already past 5 year mark. Just like I said, the closer you get to that 10 years, stuff gonna start going bad. And everybody that got anything to do with the bad, torturing the person that been sacrificed, the energy trying to go back to the person that they sacrificed. That's just it. So I don't need nobody out there thinking, well, why you ain't do? You can't do nothing. You can't call. You can't call the cops or that. All they know. That's what it discouraged me. But I'm glad to know they know. Somehow the cops know when you done been sacrificed. They got these stickers on their wall. Cops got these stickers, and one of them stickers. Well, I ain't gonna talk about it, but they know when people doing magic. They know about it. Ain't nothing you can do about it. They stay out of it. They stay away from it. They know when you've been in tune. They know when you done been sacrificed. You just gotta wait those 5 and 10 years. I know I done did all that. I done did police report, I done did all that. They done throw all that away. And then that girl that was following me, which I think is the devil, she not saying that no, well, you know, she kind of told me, bro. She kind of like, she worked for the cops. Whoever that girl it was, she worked for the cop. And she kind of told me, like, you stuck, bro. When I was in jail, she like, you ain't, they messed you up real bad. And they were like, you out of line and everything. Like, once they do this, even though you here, you ain't here. Ain't nothing you can do about it. Somebody could come and see me, though. But they might act like you can't come in the yard and stuff, tell you all this stuff, say the yard curse or whatever, and make you go to my flame house, and then it's over. Or whoever, bushy brow, you know. Then your ass is done. Don't go that way. But I don't even know why. I see people ride by, but they can't come around. They used to anyway back in the day. They can't come in the yard or something. I think it's because the energy. They probably did tell them to right, though. They probably say it's purgatory energy. You know, you go in that energy or something. I don't know. But anyway, that's just somebody sacrificed themselves. Somebody sold their soul to sacrifice me. So I gotta wait 5 to 10 years. It's already year 7 though. Or 8, one of them. I think it's 7 years. I think I'm on 7. 44, I'm 42 now. This should be over in 44. Somebody did, bro. That's why I'm sitting here. So I ain't nothing about no stupid. I ain't got nothing to do with no stupid at all. You can't move. You can't do nothing. You been unalive, you dead. How a dead man gonna get a lawyer? How a dead man gonna get help? How a dead man gonna get a phone? How a dead man gonna get network? They won't even use my phone. Like, if I go try to buy a phone, they say I got like 3 or 4 red flags by my phone. They say I'm dead. Somebody killed me. That's why I'm trying to tell y'all. That's why I don't complain about everybody still. So I fuss y'all out though. Every now and again when you try to size me up, I join y'all asses out. Cause y'all don't know what I'm going through. You couldn't imagine it. But it ain't got nothing to do with stupid. It ain't got nothing to do with not trying to get no help. It ain't got nothing to do with none of that simple stuff. It ain't got nothing to do with that. Then they took my cards apart. Like when they entombed me, they did something to my cards so I couldn't crank them. Like some government stuff. Like it's somebody that watch you with satellites and everything. They took my cards. I couldn't crank down one of my cars at first. I mean, I started having problems out of that Cadillac too. But when my daddy started driving, it didn't have no more problem. So, my truck, It's like some kind of kill switch. I tore my whole damn truck apart until somebody told somebody came in, yo, I was tearing my truck apart. I lost my whole dashboard and everything. Trying to figure out why my truck ain't cranking in. I never did it before. And somebody came in the yard and told me, they said, bro, government done put something on your car or something, a covenant or something. You can't crank this car no more, this truck no more. Yeah. I just had bought my truck. My truck ran fine, bro. All that went out. Everything went out on my truck. Especially when I started dealing with that flame. It's like everything shut off then. When I brought that flame into my energy, the devil here killed, steal, and destroy. She told me to my face, I thought something was off about her. And she said, I'm going to get rid of you and I'm going to take your energy from you. And I'm going to be you. I said, get out my house and get out my face. I thought she was crazy, bro. I said, get out my face. I don't deal with her too much, bro. Me and her can like, we're more like brothers and sisters, bro. I wrote it off ASAP, activist. She said, she looked me in the eye, bro. I'm talking about she'll put her hand on her hip and everything. She said, I'm going to get rid of you and take your energy and I'm going to be you. And this was when everything went bad and I couldn't move no more. She said, I'm finna start being you. And I'm finna take all your energy and I'm gonna be you. And she does. She got a lot of my mail and everything, but I don't even care about that. I don't care about it because she's my flame. I don't give a damn. You know what I'm saying? Because it's something God got to fix when it get that deep. There ain't nothing I can do about it. Because that part is something about the family and my ex-wife. It's something about all that. And the police being in their pocket. Like, everybody know about it. This place ain't got no mortar. You can't just get on no bus. And when I try to walk, get out of here. And they would follow me. They trying to run me off the road and stuff. You know how it feels to be walking, and somebody run you off the road and run you down a hill, and you done walk for miles, and your feet get to hurt. I tried to get out of here. I walked for miles, bro, and they kept running me out the road, just different people kept trying to run me out the road. Yeah. And then what else happened? I ain't told y'all a lot of these stories because I was like, they so dramatic. What else happened? Just imagine going through all that and trying to sober up. You know, not sober up really, but elevate. Ooh, wait. It's one of them moments that make you backslide, bro. But for some reason I can't elevate. I elevated even more. They ran me out of the road a few times. They switched up the network. I mean, they come over here and change the power line, bro. They switched up the network, and that might not be it, but I'm just saying, after all that, I seen them mess with these power lines, and then my network just collapsed. It didn't collapse, it just went to somebody else. Maybe that Lagoon crew. And what else they do? They made it where me and my ex couldn't talk to each other. I ain't talked to my son in 5 years. Now, this stuff she done now. She signed up for this because, like I said, her mama did this to her husband. And that's the only reason why I'm cool about it, because her husband had to tell me. Her husband got out of it. It's like, whatever this is, when they put a man through there, whatever this is, the man dies like 10 years. When they get out of it, he dies like 10 years, a little bit out, if he get a little more than 10 years later. It's so bad. That's what the guy was saying pretty much. Well, that's what happened to him. He got out of the situation. He said it took him 10 years to get out of it. He struggled because he was going through it. And he said they mama and them, they family know how to do this to people. And he said he had to look into it, and he found dudes that done went through it. And all them dudes, he was like, them dude, one of the dude built a clock or something. And he said that dude, some kind of clock. And they were looking for that dude to be a billionaire. He said that dude died, bro. Like they put him through that, and he was stuck for about 10. They done put some brilliant people in these situations, and that's why I said whatever this is. I thought it was a black woman game, and they throw black men in it to discipline them. That's what I thought at first. I was like, this shit is radical, bro. What is it? And they thought, because all the black men that I ever met that they put in it is good black men, work their hand, work callous on their hand. I'm talking about work good, didn't bother nobody, drift around all the other stuff, racism, all that, didn't care about none of that. Just work, and built their own stuff up, bought 100 acres. Every time I bust their ass to get this stuff. And these women sacrificing these men, throwing them in these bottles. And then when they throw them in these bottles, they sacrifice them, they put all these tension spells on them. That I just be adding that because I didn't even know about it, so I find it quite interesting. You know what I'm saying? It was like this, the rolling, the tucking, and the choking test, and the toilet demon, and it's like things go on and on and on. It's like magic after magic after magic. But the bottom line, what I'm trying to say is, these is good people, bro, going through this. This ain't. I thought it was bad. I seen a group of girls. They called themselves something. I said, well, that's good. Y'all can take care of the bad people, the bad men. Now, I ain't say it was good. Just street talk. Then next thing you know, I'm busting youth. I go around and I find out, I talking about what these girls was talking about. The men were like, man, them girls out here killing folk, bro. They put people in these bottles or something. I said, wait a minute, what you say? That's what you go in there, what they got you in. And I was like, wait a minute. They putting good men in the bottle? Oh, I thought they were putting rapists and stuff. Nah, man, they putting good men in them bottles, bro. And I was like, man, let me go look into this shit. By the time I did that, it was really too late. But like I said, my ex-wife, daddy pulled me to the side and said, they got something they could go put you in, put your name in. It's like a Shark Tank. And or whatever. And they say it take you 7.5, 10 years to get out of that. That's what he said. I said 5 to 10, but he said 7.5, 10 years. He said for 7.5, this man had 100 acres. I keep telling this story. That's how I know y'all ain't getting these stories. And if you are getting them, you giving it to Jody. You know what I'm saying? You ain't giving it to nobody right. And they deleting the good stuff. But anyway, the dude was like, he said he stayed stuck for 7.5 years, lost everything he ever worked for. Everything he ever worked for. And he said he had to stay in a building with no toilet and no shower. He had to go to stores and take showers and stuff. This man had everything. If he had 100 acres, he had everything. He lost everything he ever worked for. And after they got through torturing him for 7.5 to 10 years, he said they gave him a measly $150,000. And then I found out later, he said it were other people that family done put in these situations. And that whole family looked like this. Like their eyes ain't right. Not all of them, but some of it. Like they ain't did, like they done did soul gone. Like they soul gone. I ain't saying people that look like that soul gone, but these people, there's something off about them, bro. And it's like all these people, they in tune you, stadium, and people know about it. They watch you. It's like stadium people was around him, and he married one of them. Let's just say that he married one of them. They got him out of it. They helped get him out of it, and he married her. He couldn't get out of it to save his life. He tried to get out of it. He couldn't get out of it, and he married her. You can't do nothing in this situation. You can't do nothing. You can't call no cops. You can't go buy a phone. You can't go get a computer. You can't do nothing. Everything got going somebody else's name. And that person is probably part of this whole charade, this whole circus act. So if you put something in somebody else's name that's a part of it, then surely it's going to go exactly to who they want to go to. And it's going to be whoever doppelganger is. It's awful. It's bad, man. But I'm cool with it. I'm over here chilling with God, and descending and ascending, descending and ascending. And mainly just with my mouth though, so it's kind of cool because it ain't like drugs and the test. It ain't like none of that stuff no more. Now it's just with my words. I cuss you slap clean all the way out. Cause I know y'all be listening, and they'll descend me, cause it's like I'm in a spiritual court. They'll raise the wall. It's real bad now. When they descend you in a spiritual court, they'll raise the walls. They'll entomb you, descend you, uh, put the tension magic back on you, all that. Like everything come back. Like let's say you losing all these cords. Let's say you got all these chains. Let's say it's 20 chains attached to me, and let's say I done broke. Let's say I done broke off 17 chains. If I decide to want to cuss you out in the comfort of my home, and it's just me in my home, and I decide to lash out and let it go, they gonna all 20 chains gonna come right back in an instant. And then they gonna take everything that they gave to you to help elevate you, and they gonna give it to your enemies. Sure live. It's like a spiritual court thing. It's bad. That's why I said I'm finna stop doing the elections and stuff and start getting some rest. Because for 5 years straight, I really didn't get no rest. And you can't rest much neither. When you rest, they'll take parts off of you. I know y'all say this is dramatic. It sounds dramatic, but I don't know if it's dramatic or not. I see it with my own eyes. That's why I said I studied this purgatory stuff, and people, I didn't think, I mean, this dark night of the soul, I keep saying purgatory. This dark night of the soul, to me, they're the same. This dark night of the soul, to me, is purgatory. So that's why I keep, when you hear me say purgatory, I'm really saying dark night of the soul. So it's like, in dark night of the soul, it's like somehow they can cipher your energy and get stuff off of you and bid on parts off of you. And it take you apart from internally. But for me, it don't last, because this was wrong in the first place. I didn't earn none of. You supposed to put somebody guilty in this situation. I wasn't never guilty in the first place. My wife just told a bunch of lies. That's why she over there scared. My ex-wife scared, bro. Like, oh man, why I do this? She sleeping with everything she was projecting on me was about whoever she dealing with. It wasn't about me. Me and my wife were together for 10 years. We didn't get into a 10 argument, even whether they were bad or not. It was just 10. Like, we had a pretty decent relationship. And then they was from people in her ear, and she was letting talk to her and tell her to do stuff, which probably came from her family that was hating on her. I told her to stop going down there. You got to think about that. And she'll tell you that I don't care how I don't care what she's talking about through argument. All you got to do is say this. Did y'all really just get in a 10 argument? And she tell you, yeah. You know she gonna say, yeah, or she gonna stumble across it. And you gonna be able to say in your head, well, something is wrong. Because if you ain't getting a 10 argument in 10 years, that's an argument a year. I said, that's an argument a year, bro. And then, you know, we were too young. We got married. People in our ear. I had to marry her and her parent, her family anyway. And it was just, it was a headache. It was a headache. It was a headache. It was a whole headache. But I still don't talk bad about it. I felt like whatever she did was too much over the top. And it was. I hear people talking about it. People saying, man, I thought this and this. And, you know, I could tell she having some problems. I could tell she going through something. Because, man, that was unnecessary. She had it going on. She had it going on. But, yeah, you can't do nothing. Ain't no stupid. Ain't no fucking stupid about it. They telling y'all that they know I can't move. And they know that they done talk. They done told me, I done went up there and they said, you got to get a lawyer to talk to us. And you need $10,000 just to get a lawyer to talk to them for this situation. How am I going to get I ain't had $100 since I've been in this situation. A little change I get, I had to scrape it up, grab some paint or something. You unalive, you ain't supposed to have no money. You see what I'm saying? When you unalive professionally, the courts know about it. That's what I'm trying to tell y'all. they were part of it. They just don't want to own up to it. I was unalive professionally to the point where the justice in the physical told the justice in the spiritual I was dead. And even the justice in the spiritual think I'm dead. That's how powerful this magic was. That's why I knew somebody had sold their soul to do all this. And I reflect back that my ex-wife did what he told me. And he just walked me out. He was trying to tell me to leave the family, get away from him. Because they got a habit of doing this to men. And I be damned. Yeah, I am in that same situation. He said he had gave up. He said he finally went and got a job. He finally got a job at Walmart. And he said by the time he did that, he met this girl. And he said she knew about this situation. Most women do. And it's good. Thank God it's good and bad women that's a part of these experiments. And he married her. And she got him out of it. It was a horrible story, y'all. And I be damned, I walked right into it. All I had to do was leave that girl right when I left his house, because that was her own daddy was trying to tell me that. If she the one that did it. I'm saying it could have been any of them girls, them exes. I heard it was three women. And I call them three little witches. But I heard all three of them. I heard all three of y'all accidentally sold y'all soul. I don't really know who it was, though. So I can't truly honestly say. I'm just trying not to throw nobody out there, bro. But I know my ex-wife, if she didn't have nothing to do with it, she know about it. Because I know what her daddy went through. And I know what the dude before that went through. That was in their family. And cause like I said, it was this one dude, and then like the daddy got out of this situation. 10 years later, died with cancer. The dude that built the clock got out of this situation. 10 years later, died with cancer. Cause it's such a dramatic situation. It's so hard. It's so tough. You gotta keep going. You gotta keep working. You gotta keep moving. You gotta keep doing this. You can't rest. It's like somebody keep doing. It's like this. Whatever they conjure up something when they do this. And it attacks you in your sleep and stuff. It's bad. And you look better, for real, you look better if you don't sleep at all. For real. I can tell you that for a fact. When you lay down, you start laying down, you look rough. You look bad. And then it's like, for me, it's my jacket. My jacket go up. When I wake up, it's like my jacket wake up. And it go gather everything back that people stole from me and give it back to me. I see myself looking better before I go to bed, wake up, look bad again, and just start over again. I might be being dramatic to y'all, but this ain't dramatic though. It's just whatever this is. I don't think the people that's involved in it know the depths of it. And because the people, I'm talking about the people who actually own it and put people in it, they might not understand the depths of it. Whatever this is, it's like a live Ouija board now. It's like it's portals inside this thing. And it just take you apart. And that's how David was explaining to me. That's how I'm starting to explain it too, though. Cause I kind of feel what he was saying. Like I said, that man had 100 acres. He had his own business. He had a tractor service, some kind of, he had tractors and all that. But he helped build malls, man. A black man. Man, I got his work up, bro. He said he lost, imagine losing all that and you're a black man in America. He lost all that, and they gave him, when they got to torturing him to death, because whatever's torturing him, like I said, he had a stadium and stuff around him, whatever tortured him to death and watched him suffer, they gave him $150,000. You couldn't buy one of his tractors for that. He lost a whole 100 acres. And I was talking to God about it. I ain't gonna tell y'all that part.